One of 45 in the world. We cut the deal. We finally have it. Limited edition Ferrari. $300,000 resto mod. Come check it out.
That microphone.
Let me explain this car a little bit. It was imported from Germany 2 years ago here in South Florida. It got offered to us. I couldn't pass it up. I had to buy the car. We're talking about a 1995 E60 AMG, a real car. When I say real, I say because just a handful of cars were designated by the actual Mercedes to become AMG cars. Only 18 cars show up like E60 AMGs. This is one of those 18 cars.
I can't
a
believe
real 957, 958 code. It's also a limited on top of the fact that it's an AMG. 100% original. We already got an offer on the car. I turned it down.
I just love this car because if you don't know about it, you're just like, oh, it's an old Mercedes sitting in here.
Yeah. Special paint, which is a sapphire black, which is a navy blue essentially. But look at that interior pattern. I love it.
I love the car. I think it looks gorgeous. And I can't believe the condition it's in. I mean, the dash is perfect.
But it does have the badging of the AMG on the engine cover. And the other thing is a lot of these cars were Japanese cars.
Right, that's why.
This is a German delivered AMG car. I mean, it is everything you want it to be. Another new inventory just came into the door, a 2020 488 Pista with only 343 miles.
I personally like the spec. I used to be against the yellows, but I like seeing it in a different color other than the red.
Today's market, right? It's a car that's still going over sticker. At the end of every model year, Ferrari creates a special model for that car. So the regular 488, and this is the 488 Pista, a lighter version, higher performance, more horsepower. So I'm standing here looking at this car, and I always like to trace back every deal to understand how I got there in the first place, because it helps me moving forward, of course. And this car came from a collection, as we mentioned, down here in South Florida. The gentleman follows us on Instagram. 2 years ago, I bought a 550 Maranello. I post a car on Instagram the day I buy the car. I get a message from this gentleman that says, hey, how much do you want for it? We actually struck a deal. I sold the 550 Maranello through Instagram. We've been in touch with this gentleman ever since, and now he offers me his Mercedes, and that's how I came to buy the car. I post a picture of the Mercedes on my stories, and now we have another buyer. We got a really good offer on the car from the buyer. There's a counter offer on the table. We're getting confirmation this morning. But that's how that car came to be. Just the power of Instagram, it's unbelievable. We try to use it as much as possible to our ability to create more of these leads because it's a very untapped resource in many ways. So there you have it. That's how it happened on that particular deal.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Here I go. Give me that microphone.
Alrighty, let's go to the detailer. We're in this lovely 993 Porsche Carrera Cabriolet. And it's a 6-speed, by the way. And I think it's a great entry-level car. Something relatively inexpensive just because they're so reliable, they're fun to drive. Parts are very much available. A lot of specialists that can work on the car, so really don't run into any troubles. And the 993, of course, being the last of the air-cooled generation, they're pretty sought after. But we're here for this, the 1969 Camaro full resto mod. Car is less than a year old. We did a fantastic paint correction on it. Car looks amazing.
It's finally knocking at my door. My day up in the sun is just a ride. The world is mine, it's my stage. I'm owning this. I can't
Bueno, man.
let the shadows
Gracias.
scream it out. Testify. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. I'ma give my sight to see.
Although it has a lot of modern touches to it, it still kind of maintains this vintage feel, which I like also. SC right here on the steering wheel. That's Steel Calvary. They're the builder of the car. Local Miami company. go pick up a 924, a Porsche 924 at the shop. We got it from the owner who bought it brand new in Tennessee. The car had been sitting for about 2 years in his storage room, so I told him, listen, don't touch the car. We put it in a trailer, we brought it to the shop, we replenished the fluids, we took out the old fuel, unlocked the brakes that were a little stuck, and we're gonna get the car now for the first time. While we're there, we're gonna take a look at a special project we've been working on a few months, probably still a few months to go. The coolest thing about this car is that you're driving, and no one knows you're driving an over $300,000 car.
Move fast, no time to waste. Right move, right time, right place. Pick up the bass, pick up the bass.
We just finished a full major, if you will. Timing belt change, water pump, thermostat, fluid. I mean, it deserves it. It's a 20,000 mile, one owner car. Focused over here, we have an XK-120 that we acquired a few months ago from a widow. This was her husband's car and had also been sitting for many, many years. But I want to show you a very special project. And this shop here, I love it. It's a restoration shop, and it's one of those if you know kind of deals. But they do amazing work. Here is a car that we purchased last year, an MK1, so a Series 1 Cooper S, not a regular Cooper. It's an S model meant for the US market, all original paint. So we're doing what we call a preservation restoration. There will be an engine rebuild, mechanical rebuild, new bushings, new rubber, new seals, but we're going to maintain the patina that the car has gained over the years because it's so original, solid, rust-free. I mean, it's so rare to find a Series 1 S US model. And this is also a needle in a haystack. So we have the Jaguar here, this one, and then the Porsche was just for a full service. That right there is easier said than done, but we are accomplishing what we want, which is a very sound, mechanically sound car.
So what happened?
Yeah, the window's not coming down on the passenger side, so we're gonna leave it so we can address that. It's unfortunate, but hey, we'd rather have it perfect than having small items spending like that. So we have this 1970 Porsche 911T Ombrega trailer. Great build, nut and bolt restoration done by MGM Motorsports, 3.2 liter fuel injected engine. Replying to comments, I'm also texting Marty, who built the car, to get me specific information that I need to address to some potential buyers. Hey Marty, how are you? But I don't see a fan.
Fender, as well as the one on the engine, you know.
And then, okay, keep me posted on the dyno. And
I will. I'll reach out to him right now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Marty. Take care. Marty is the man. He is the air-cooled Porsche race car dude. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned next week. We might have that 275 back here. We might have the Porsche 924 back here. And we might have that Jaguar XK-120 back here. But I'm glad you got a glimpse of what is currently here. Tell me what's your favorite car. Was it the Pista, was it the AMG Mercedes, or the Camaro today? Like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next week.